Ben had a good question. Is there one moment that sticks out to you from COD 4 where you realise that you were part of those main montage making pioneers for COD 4?
Hang on, wait. Let me read the question out. Good question.
Sorry, my reading is shocking.
That sticks out from you, COD 4.
I think you're saying, was there a moment where you realised how big it was?
Yeah, I'd probably say I made Genocide, and that was the first main big. Obviously, apart from Shooter, I don't know if you guys actually seen my montage, but the Shooter, which was my first biggish one, which was based on a film, which we all sort of done back then. You know, there was Bad Boys, there was Matrix, then I'd done Shooter. Everyone played on it, like everyone done a movie sort of thing.
Yeah.
And then I made Genocide, which was my first long montage, which is hard to find on YouTube nowadays because the quality's bad. And I think it was after I released that, I recorded for like 2 months for V2, and then I think when that dropped, that's when I pulled in the views because it dropped, and then I think I got like close to 100K in like a couple of weeks or something on that, and I was like, holy shit, man, like this is blowing up, like but like that's when for me, I feel like that's when I'm like, wow, this stuff I'm doing is actually starting to pay off now. Like, I'm starting to get my name out there. And then after that, obviously the end, I knew that was going to be quite a big one because I sort of built that up. And after the reaction I got for V2, I feel like that one for me, the end was my favorite to make, in my opinion. It was, because I knew the hype from V2 and I thought, this is going to pop. So, that just went mental. But yeah, it's definitely after V2, I'd say. After Genocide V2 was probably when I knew I made a difference.
Genocide V. Ben's just said what I was gonna say. V2 was insane. I'd like to watch that again. I watched that a few weeks ago. Actually, that is just there's one specific clip in that sticks out to me, and it's one of the clips that made me sort of like that's the sort of clip that I go for now when I play, and still do to this day. But I won't say it yet because we might get on and watch it.
Oh, right.
We may get on and watch it, and I'll point it out when we're in there. But yeah, it was. I remember seeing it for the first time and seeing that specific clip. Like it's probably quite an understated clip because I think it was put in as like a filler because it's in sort of like the middle part of one of the songs. But I remember seeing it and thinking, "Fucking hell, that guy just fucking tore them up." Like it was just you literally just obliterated everyone, and I was thinking, "Fucking hell, that was like the first sort of time I realized when I saw your playstyle as more aggressive."
Yeah.
Because I think before then, obviously, I'd seen Shooter and Sickness, and obviously that was more like no scoping and whatever. But then, yeah, when I saw Genocide V2, I was like, fuck, the aggression. Like Kai says, the aggression like blackouts.
I feel like it was all because I played game battles and stuff. I think that's probably why I played so aggressive. Like, I didn't even realize I was doing it until people picked up on it recently, how aggressive I play. But then since Kai picked up on it, I'm like, yeah, you know what? I actually do fucking just run it. No wonder why I got quite a high KD, but like my kill streaks are always low. Like if you actually look at my kill streak on Cold War, it's like 20. I can't get over 20 because I just run at spawns. I can't get over a 20 kill streak.
Mate, mine's 17, but I've matched it about 5 times now. I literally can't. I'm good at dying on that game. I'm very good at dying on that game. Ben just made me smile a second ago. He put tempos reach critical level in the chat, and I can hear that. I can hear that in my head.
Yeah, same.
Oh Jesus! Right. Okay. So. Okay. I'm deciding what question to ask you next. I'm gonna go with. Okay. So a minute ago, you said that the end was your favorite montage to record for. What do you think is actually your best montage that you've made?
Probably the end. That's probably I put like 3 months of play into that, and I was in no rush to release it, unlike the rest of them.
Right. Okay. I see.
And I really do. I don't. Your face tells a different story there. I don't think.
See,
what's yours? What's yours?
I think Genocide V2. I'd say in my order of when I think Blackouts montages, I think of Genocide V2, Regenesis, and Shooter.
Yeah.
Right, so they're like the sort of four or five that I think of. For me, it goes Genocide, the end, probably Regenesis, and then Genocide V2.
Yeah.
I think Genocide V2 is probably my favourite montage out of a lot of them. I think it's one of them because I said before I commented on one of Kai's videos and said Oh, it was on the Regenesis one. And I said this is definitely in my top 5 montages of all time, which I think it is, but it's probably lower than Genocide V2. So you got two. I'd say you probably got 2 of your montages in my top 5 of all time. So done well
I
there.
sort of understand it because obviously I think V2 was more built up, but I feel like the end for me meant a lot more. I feel like I knew it was going to be my last full length COD 4 video. Like, don't get me wrong, I made some little, I made that little tiny Taj thing, which I was actually filming for another, recording for another montage during that period. But then Modern Warfare 2 come out, well, as Brad just said, the community Taj, which we made I think we made it in 2 days, that community Taj, which now has like 1.5 million views for a 2-day video. It's fucking ridiculous. But yeah, I've got to go with the end personally. It just means more to me. I don't know why. I think it's because I knew it was my last montage on it, and it just meant a lot to me to get it done.
No, I get that. That makes perfect sense. I mean, for me, it is identical story in terms of obviously nowhere near as big, but I made a montage called Warm Up, and that got that was in like 2010 or 2011, and that got like 7K views, which was massive for me at the time.
Yeah.
And then so like a lot of people regard that as my best montage, but then I will always say Savage 2 is my best montage.
Oh yeah,
which is the one you've seen.
Yeah,
but
that's insane.
Obviously that was a bit later. It only got, I think it's about 2K views now, so it hasn't got a lot of views really at all. But personally, I just recorded a lot longer for that, and I just felt like the editing was better, the clips were better.
Yeah.
Like overall, I just feel like it was a better video.
Yeah, I feel like that's basically how I feel about the end. Then again, V2 had its own unique style, but then the end had its. I feel like once you make one, you get better at doing it. So then that last, in my opinion, the last one I made, the same as with you, is my best one in my opinion.
Yeah,
it's not even just for editing and stuff. It's for clips as well, because you watch your old ones back and you think, right, I've not hit no clips on Overgrown, for example. So your next video, I went out my way to hit clips on maps I never really played.
Yeah.
So, like maps like Creek, I had in the end, I had clips on Creek, and it's just like random little things like that, which in my opinion, make it better.
Yeah, that's what you're saying about like, the work that sort of goes into it, innit? So
yeah,
you put the work in to make it a bit better than the last, and I think that's sort of human nature in it, I guess. I think everyone does that or did that with their montages. Like they made one, and then you always just try and make the next one better than the last, I guess.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I get where you're coming from with that, with the end. But for me, it's always Genocide V2.
That's fair enough. A lot of people know about V2. The end was just like the end for me. Like it was the end of COD 4.
All I'll say is, you're an OG if you saw Genocide before it got taken, the sound got taken down for copyright.
Oh yeah.
That's
on my old channel before it got hacked.
Yeah, that was that bloody Within Temptation song, wasn't it? For some reason, because I actually tried to use that song in the first montage I ever made, and that got muted. And that was really
a funny story behind that song.
Easy cap.
When I was recording for that, like, what was that? Genocide, the first Genocide, wasn't it? My dad was obviously like, he was always there helping me do stuff. Like, he sort of loved the fact I was doing it. It's what I wanted to do when I left school. So he was always like helping me out with stuff. And I remember when we first got Sky, I don't know if you remember, but you have like, I don't know if they still got it. You used to get the channel Kerrang.
Yes.
We were listening to music channels the day before, and for some unknown reason, he turned the Skybox on, and Kerrang was on TV, and that Within Temptation song was playing. And he goes, Dad, he called me down the stairs. So I went downstairs. He goes, if you listen to this song, this would be quite good for one of your videos. And that's exactly where it come from Kerrang. Just sick. Randomly turned yeah. So my dad actually found that song. So that's a pretty cool fact.
That is cool. I like that. Dad getting on it.
Yeah.
He had a couple of clips in your World War II video, didn't he? The community montage that he did.
Yeah, he still plays, but he's more of a casual player than he does anything. He's not really a sniper. I just sort of like
just plays, doesn't he? That's you gotta have people like that in your party, so that just gives you balance, doesn't it? Gotta get that balance in.
Genocide 3, oh mate, 3.0. Everyone in the chat. Well, at this rate, never, because Cold War is dog shit. Yeah, we see how it goes, mate. Hopefully soon. Hopefully within the next. I'm not going to give it a date. I'm not going to give it a date yet because
no, you can't do that.
So hard to hit on that game. So we'll just see how it goes.